Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me pose to you a question. How would you like to save billions and billions of dollars a year alone in taxes and various other costs? How do you ask? Well, let me answer that question for you. If our government was to legalize the use of marijuana, it could save hard-working, law-abiding taxpayers upwards of $70 billion a year in taxes, law enforcement, and prison costs by taxing the sale of a harmless drug whose effects are no worse than alcohol or tobacco, as well as reducing the greatly overcrowded prison population by taking out non-violent offenders. Several states are already beginning to introduce legislations to legalize the use of marijuana. Marijuana also has various medical uses, and its byproduct of hemp has thousands of commercial uses and is a valuable resource. Let's talk about all the money that can be saved by legalizing this harmless drug. Keeping marijuana legal is very expensive. If we were to place marijuana prohibition in a system of taxation and regulation similar to that of tobacco and alcohol, the combined savings and tax revenue alone could be between $10 to $14 billion a year. Imagine how that could go to help reducing our deficit. Then there's the revenue from the sales of marijuana itself. Nationwide, the estimated production of marijuana is $35.8 billion value in crops. This exceeds corn at $23 billion, soybeans at $17.6 billion, and hay at $12.2 billion. All this is according to a report written by Jeff Kentman, a public policy consultant. This is also a conservative estimate based off of an estimated $1,600 a pound street value, where now police estimated street value when it's illegal between $2,000 to $4,000 a pound. In 2005, there was an estimated 10,000 metric tons of marijuana cultivated in the U.S. alone. Let's also talk about the legal aspects. There's an estimated 90,000 people in jail on criminal-related charges dealing with marijuana. It costs a state an average of $25,000 a year to house an inmate in the prison system. The savings here on the prison system alone can be nearly $2.25 billion, as well as greatly reducing the overcrowding of our prison systems with non-violent offenders. The government also spends nearly $12 billion a year alone on marijuana drug control related programs. Not only will legalizing marijuana save money, it will take billions out of the hands of street drug dealers, and drug cartels. By legalizing marijuana, you could also be reducing violent crime. You take billions of dollars out of the hands of petty street corner drug dealers and major Mexican and South American drug cartels. You'd also be putting this criminalization out of business because of the legalization of marijuana, it would be available easier and prices would fall. Legalization along with sensible regulation would reduce violence. If marijuana were legal, the violence associated with it would disappear. Controlled distribution of the drugs in a safe, regulated environment would eliminate black market and associated criminality. If it worked with alcohol, the mobsters are no longer in control of alcohol, and police don't get shot making alcohol raids. We should take a lesson from history and legalize marijuana to reduce violence and further. Another reason for marijuana legalization is its effects are no less dangerous than that of alcohol. Two of the most harmful and deadly drugs in America are legal today: tobacco and alcohol. Alcohol kills over 100,000 Americans every year and is one of the most addictive substances we have. Tobacco is the second leading cause of death in the world today, as well as being a highly addictive drug. Studies have shown that marijuana is not as addictive as alcohol and tobacco, yet both of these drugs are illegal, regulated, and taxed. If we were to do the same with marijuana, which is no more harmful, we could raise billions and billions of dollars, as I stated earlier. Marijuana also has many uses in the medical field. Medicinal marijuana has several uses and is legal for use in several major countries all over the world, such as Canada, Austria, Germany, the Netherlands, Spain, Israel, Italy, Finland, and Portugal. Marijuana is shown to help glaucoma patients by lowering their intraocular eye pressure. Medical marijuana is also used by cancer and AIDS patients. It helps relieve the effects of chemotherapy, as well as stimulate hunger and help treat the symptoms of nausea. Research has also shown that THC may help prevent the formation in the brain that causes Alzheimer's, and also may reduce tumors growth in lung cancer patients. Not only does medicinal marijuana have medical uses, its byproduct hemp has thousands of uses. Hemp is a byproduct of the marijuana plant, and there's no logical reason for it to be banned. Hemp is a very versatile crop with many uses. Here are just a few uses for hemp. There are rope, clothes, paper, biofuels, which are very safe for the environment, soap, Food and other health-related products are also made with hemp. Hemp is a clean and natural product that can help us clean up the environment. As you can see, there are a lot of reasons why I believe we should legalize the use of marijuana. It can save billions of dollars a year in taxes and various other law enforcement related costs, as well as reducing crime and overcrowding our prisons. It is no more dangerous than tobacco or alcohol and has a proven medical value as well as commercial uses. I believe law-abiding citizens such as yourselves should have the right to make a choice. So I ask you all one more time, should the government legalize marijuana and end marijuana prohibition?